Well, new this morning, some community members are fighting to save what they're claiming is a historic landmark.
We're talking about the Parma Heights Library. It's been a community staple for more than 6 decades. The city has now secured funding and is preparing to demolish the building to make way for a brand new library in the same area.
Mike Holden joins us live with why it's happening and why some people are fighting to keep it. Good morning, Mike.
Mike, Tiffany, good morning to you. Some city leaders as well as community members say the Parma Heights Library right here behind me is in dire need of upgrades, and they say it should be demolished altogether. But after talking with some community members, they beg to differ. They say this entire project needs to have the brakes pumped. They claim that this is a historic landmark that should be put in history books for generations to come.
What is it about the architecture that you love so much?
Oh, the angles.
Yeah.
And the space, age, look.
The saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, has taken on a literal meaning for longtime Parma Heights residents and library goers who frequent the Pearl Road branch.
I think it's beautifully ugly, just like all the other libraries that were built in the time.
They're often captivated by the space-age, out-of-this-world exterior.
It is a wonderful place. It's a building that, like no other.
It's a whole lot weird. That's the beautiful thing about it.
You could say this is the small nephew of the Seattle Space Needle.
But for Emery Pinter, his connection and memories go way back. He swam at the nearby pool in the summertime and would read books here with his buddies when he was a little kid. He's now on a mission to preserve what he says should be a candidate for the National Register of Historic Places.
This was the first municipality in the state of Ohio that created a bond issue to make a library. It set a legal precedence.
Regardless, the city of Parma Heights is moving full steam ahead with plans to demolish the old 15,000 square foot library and build a brand new one virtually right across from it in the same area.
It's a huge upgrade for our community.
Mayor Marie Gallo has championed for a new upgraded branch for the last 3 years and got unanimous approval from City Council and the library to make it happen. These renderings show what the $16 million project will look like. The building will sit at a sprawling 22,000 square feet and feature multiple new amenities that she says will keep it in operation for decades to come.
A lot of cultural, recreational, and educational amenities besides just books, an upgrade in technology.
Taking a closer look, Mayor Gallo says the old library is in clear, dire need of repairs that are apparent from the outside to the inside. The bricks are in bad shape and cracking, the paint chipped and peeling, the windows are fogging up and sometimes leaking, the furniture needs reupholstered, and there's also a critical need for a new HVAC system.
The upgrades alone, if we were to keep the old building, are in excess of $1 million, and to repurpose the building into something else would be an additional cost.
Emery stresses he's not anti-new library, but he wants them to save the building.
This is a solid building and it can be repurposed. It could be used as a teen senior activity center, or it could be expanded into the Parma Heights Historical Museum.
It is not a historical building, and to preserve the integrity of that design would be a fiscal drain on the city.
We're following each and every development in this ongoing story, but the groundbreaking, regardless of what happens, is set for mid-October. We also want to point out that the project is expected to take 13 months total, and for Parma Heights folks, and really anyone that lives in this community that frequents this library, it is not going to shut down immediately. They are going to keep this open all the way up until the new library is ready to go and open for the general public. And Tiffany, Emery has said that he is going to continue to fight to keep this building right here behind us. He's now circulating a change.org petition.
Yeah, what really caught my ear is when it was said that it was a beautifully ugly building. But what happens once they knock it down, Mike? What's going to go on that land?
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, Tiffany. So what happens next with this project? Obviously, it's going to take a little bit of time. They're going to just keep it as green space because they say it will complement the area behind us. They have a memorial, they have a little historical center, and then they said down the line they'll try to figure out what will happen with it next.
All right, Mike, we know you'll be following through. Thank you.